Right, so here is a run through of my non-linear level. To start off with, the main sort of philosophy behind this project is the interactive music from Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption 2. Essentially having music change and adapt depending on like what you're doing. So I have a hi-hat and like a bass that are always constant in terms of music. So all of this music is basically stems that sort of like build up to make a soundtrack. Whenever you enter the building through one of the entrances, for example, there's one there, there are others scattered across the building, the kick and snare will change through snapshots from exit, so it can't be heard at all, to enter. You'll hear that in the example. This one was originally turrets to do with range, but it was just really buggy, so instead this one was used for the crate instead. So once you're within a certain range of the crate, the sound will go up, and when you're not in range of the crate, based on a crate's trigger, it's silent. Vocals, it's just got a couple of different volumes because the vocal recordings kind of ended up being a bit quiet and they need to sit above the mix. With the weapons, depending on what weapon is equipped, you will have a different thing. So if the knife is equipped, none of these guitar riffs will play, just because it's a knife, it's quiet. I just felt that philosophy. Grenade, you'll have like a specific sound play. Shotgun, you'll have its own riff. Assault rifle, pistol, they'll all have their own riff, and these riffs will never play at the same time because it literally depends on what weapon you've got equipped. And so there's a few different things that will affect. There's health as well, so if you're at full health you won't hear anything. Once you drop below half health you'll start hearing this beeping, and once you hit below quarter health the beeping will get louder. And that's mostly just done through audio mixers. The weapons, which are on here, all of the weapons I have set the sound of the weapons being fired on a pitch randomizer to make it not sound boring, so that it's not just the same sound every time. There's a bit of variation. Other than that, you'll hear in this playthrough, which I shall start now.
Okay, Agent 6, this all comes down to you now. You gotta get in there, get the package, and get out. There are multiple points of entries, and there are gun turrets everywhere. Good luck.
So, as you can hear, when you start up and you're thrown into the level, you have the big boss, as I like to call him, speaking to you. It's in mono, it's only coming through left, or at least it is in my headphones. So this is sort of like representative of him talking to you through an earpiece. So you can hear the hi-hats and the bass thumping. You can also hear a guitar riff, that's because the pistol is equipped. If I swap over to knife, no guitar riff, because it's sneaky, silent, nothing. So then if I pick up an assault rifle, new riff. Swap to assault rifle, pistol, different riff. Different riff. Another different riff for the shotgun. Bit more of a brutal riff because shotgun's a bit more of a brutal weapon. Then like a little synthy thing for grenade, because grenade's just a completely different thing to a gun. I just thought it'd be completely different. So yeah, there's all these different guitar riffs that play. I'll just turn them off for the time being. So once I enter through here, I've hit a trigger box, which dictates that I am inside. And once I leave the building, the bass and snare stop, the kick and snare stops. Back inside, it starts again. And I can do this with different entry points as well. So if we go round this way and up these stairs, I enter through this way. Same deal. And that's basically the same with all of the other entry points. I'll show one more entry point just to sort of show and get it across. So if I go up all of these stairs as well, and then enter through here, and then exit, and then enter again. It's quite cool. So there's the crate or the package, as Big Boss says, that you gotta get. You can start hearing a new element added to the music as you get near it. And then once you've got a certain distance away from it, it disappears again.
Good job, Agent 6. Now get out of there.
Then once you pick it up and collect it, you obviously hear the line from Big Boss saying "get out of there." But the stem loop that is associated with that crate carries on playing. This is like to represent that you're carrying the crate, you're carrying the package. It's basically done, it's mainly done, the way this is done is there is a trigger box around the crate so that when you touch it, it just destroys the whole object, which includes like the trigger that sets off this loop as well. And basically it destroys it whilst the snapshot is set to like in range, and that's basically how it works with being in range. So then they need to escape. Notice how it's all light inside, then drum kick stands, stops, all of that. And then now that you've got the package, these bars have disappeared because that they were also connected to the same trigger box that destroys itself upon getting the crate. So then when you exit,
well done, Agent 6. You've saved us all.
You get a message saying you've done well done. And in the built version of the game, it won't do it because I'm running it in Unity Editor. But in the built version of the game, once running through this second archway, the game will quit. But sadly, it doesn't work in Editor. So yeah, you get the good job, Agent 6.
Well done, Agent 6. You've saved us all.
So that's like literally just a trigger box, just entering on here.
Done, Agent 6.
In theory, you'd only go through there once. You don't go past that in the game.
Well done,
I'm just triggering it multiple times. So, say I died. So I'm just gonna let this turret kill me, or at least get me low. So see, I'm below 50% health, but above 25. You can hear the beeping coming through. Gonna see if I can take some more shots without dying. There we go. Notice how it gets louder? Now that I'm under 25% health, it is louder. So it makes it a little bit more urgent, a little bit, oh no, I'm really close to dying. And then if I die,
your last chance, Agent 6, and you blow it.
Agent Big Boss is not happy because you died and you failed. The other thing as well is I've gotten rid of the respawning, because once you die, you die. And respawning kind of breaks half of the triggers in here as well. Unless I was able to make a script that would like reset all triggers to their like start space upon respawning, but at the same time respawning's against the like general idea of the game anyway, because it's just once you die, you failed your mission. So yeah, that's like the multiple outcomes. The two branching narratives, if you want to class them as branching narratives, one where Agent 6 successfully does the mission, and the other where Agent 6 is killed. That's technically branching narrative. That's essentially a walkthrough of how it's done, displaying pretty much all of the stuff I've done. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else I have left out as well. So yeah, most of it's music built up of different stems. using the mixers and snapshots along with a bunch of like triggers and stuff to make it. So like the crate trigger involves those gates, like I said, and then it also involves the crate and the trigger around it. That big trigger is like to hear the sound. Then that smaller trigger around it is to delete the entire parent object, which contains the trigger. Contains the trigger, the crate, and the gate. And that also like triggers play sound from a just a sound thing there, audio source. I've done that a few times with like some of the other triggers as well. Intro voice is literally just an audio source play on awake. I decided to not spatialize any of those because of them being mono files. They will only play through one ear anyway, which kind of gives the effect of an intercom, and like through your ear, headset, whatever you want to call it. I feel that works quite effectively. The way that the music sort of works with all the loops and that is they are all tied to a bunch of audio sources that are also programmed to the mixers, with all the triggers triggering the snapshots. And so those loops are all constantly playing. It literally just depends on which snapshots are active as to which ones you can hear. And that's basically a run through of my level. The narrative and goal is you're on a mission, you're stealing the package from this building, and you got to get out. You can't get out until you cannot escape until you get the package, because the gate to get out doesn't disappear until you have actually picked it up. And yeah, you got to get in, get the package, and get out without dying. Otherwise, Big Boss will be upset. And that is the rundown of my level.